Hi guys, here's a little unexpected video I'm gonna do. If anyone's wondering about my update for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth with my playthrough and stuff, um, I've decided because of how long the game is and how tedious some of the mini games and stuff are, which I did say I was going to do a full playthrough. I've decided against that. I'm instead just going to do a hard mode playthrough from start to finish, which I will hopefully do in the next few weeks. So in case you're wondering, if you look at my loadout, I've got pretty much the characters all maxed out now. Um, I've beat the story and stuff. It's great, and we'll get to it when I do a hard mode playthrough. Um, but for anyone wondering, how do you gain AP quickly? Well, I found a route to do that super quickly, and I found a way to make it even more trivial. So here's some advice that I would advise, essentially for this. So, if you go at the moment, I've got Cloud, Tifa, Aerith in my party. You could change it to having Red or Yuffie or Barrett if you want. Obviously, Kate's not available because I'm playing Chapter 13, and for reasons, Kate's not available. Um, but if you're wondering about the loadout or how you make this grind super trivial, believe it or not, the way I've done it, I've got Hades Armlet on Cloud, I've got Sleek Saber on Cloud. It's up to you if you want Sleek Saber or Slipstream. I just like Sleek Saber because it's the more well balanced, loadout pretty much for Cloud here in terms of how I've set my upgrades and stuff up. But yeah, Hades Armor on Cloud, Chocobo King Cape on Cloud, which is vital to the strategy. With Tifa, Kaiser Knuckles, Citron Armlet, and are crucial just for the material slots. Same with Aerith. I've given her the Plume Rose Rod and the Citron Bracer, or the Citron Bracer. Again, the reasoning why it's just for the AP for the material slots, and for Red, I've just kept his usual loadout. Same with Barrett and same with Yuffie, but I just add materials in that need, maxed out. So if you're wondering how this works, so essentially, where you go is, and if you're wondering how this works, so I've got MP absorption on Cloud, and that's about to go to max, which is great. Ice Materia maxed, which is crucial to the strategy. AP up for any material you wanna max out. So at the moment I've got MP up for Cloud, which is again crucial to the strategy. Ice Materia maxed out with Swift Cast, and if you're wondering how you get Swift Cast, you have to complete Gilgamesh Island, and you have to beat the super boss Gilgamesh in order to get to the world intel there, and that's where you get Swift Cast. Ice Materia max HP up, HP absorb materia. Sorry, and for right now, I just maxed it out. So this is actually a pretty good strategy. And then another ice materia, but in this case, I've gone fire ice materia magnify, and okay, and that's the strategy I've done for this grind. You just do this with Cloud, and along with Chocobo King Cape, it's going to be trivial. As for Tifa, I've just given her materia to max out, and at the moment, if you want about the APs ups, I've given one to Tifa for. At the moment, I'm doing magic efficiency, and I mean, look how much I have to do still. That's important. As well as the magic focus materials and strength up and things like that, which are relatively you would want on Tifa for hard mode. Aerith, I have given her a magnify with ice in case something happens, but as soon as I figured out the strategy with Cloud, Aerith is essentially only used for ice magic if the enemies just don't get hit by the loop. And AP up at the moment, I've given luck up for that, and I will swap out for the other luck up I've got on Aerith. And it's the same strategy here. Any materials that need grinding that will take a while, just swap out for the AP, for the one with AP up on. Red 13, it's the same as what I'm saying for Tifa and Aerith, pretty much. But I've got AP up on HP up right now, and that's about to go, which is great. And I think the next one I'm planning for a red would be HP absorb or MP absorb for those reasons. And then Barrett and Yuffie slots are just focused on the other material that needs maxed, essentially. So now that I've explained my loadout, how do you do? What's this grind? Simple, and you wouldn't believe it. Cosmo Canyon region, Fiend Intel 1. Retry this, and it's as simple as it's this trivial. There you go. That's all you need. So that's all this is. I am not joking. So the way this works with the HP absorb and MP absorb, you're not losing any MP, you're not losing any health, you're get it back. And essentially, you just go into the fight immediately, Blizzaga. And sometimes you get one where you get a straggler. I would, when you get a straggler, get the Aerith, Blizzaga. And then boom. But the idea is, okay, and the idea of this strategy is you get 27 AP per go, but because this is post game, that 27 is times by 3. And then if you have any AP ups equipped, it's another modifier, so it's like another times 2 to that. So instead of getting like times 5 or times 6 the AP is you would get normally. And then it's just a matter of doing it again and again and again and again and again and again. By the time you've done an hour of this, you're going to get a lot of AP to the point that you would be surprised. Like, I've been doing this for about 15-20 minutes, and even the ones which I don't have AP up materials on, they're near enough about to max out themselves. Like, case in point, MP absorb is about to get that net level 3, and that one doesn't have the AP up. The AP up is on MP up at the moment. And the only thing about the strategy, which is going to take some time, is Swiftcast level 5, because I've got Swiftcast on ice for the strategy. That does mean I don't have AP up on Swiftcast. But with this current team up and stuff, that's just the way I've done this. It makes it trivial. And also, again, with the magic efficiency one and with the magic focus materials and stuff like that. Like, I have a feeling when Swiftcast goes, both of these are going to go. So it's relatively the same amount of time. But yeah, that's my strategy. If you want to get MP up very quickly, you do a loadout like this. You go to Cosmo Canyon. You go to you go to World Intel. Fiend Intel 1, and you just enter the fight immediately, Blizzaga, and boom. Like, that's all you need. Like, that's my strategy. There is another way to make this even more trivial, but I don't do it just because it feels like you're wasting ATB, which is... and I'll show you the other way, which is essentially go in, swap the Aerith, abilities, Arcane Ward, Cloud, and then you do this. See, so, and again, that works as well, but it's almost like you're casting another Blizzaga for the sake of casting it. It's almost like it's not necessary. And honestly, when your character's a max level, that does feel a bit unnecessary. But yeah, that's my strategy. If you want to gain AP very quickly in this game, post-game, set your characters like this and do it. That's all I would tell you. And again, I will explain where you get swift cast, because I told a friend of mine this strategy and he was curious where you get swift cast. So again, I'm just going to show you. Don't worry where I'm going here. Just go to Chadley here.
The value of your though I have no more to, if you need anything,
and
you know where to
it's
find me.
develop materia, and right here the ocean one, you get swift cast, you get re-rise, you get spare change, and limit support. You get this from beating Gilgamesh Island. Essentially, once you beat Gilgamesh, you'll have enough intel to just basically buy out all the materia from Chadley. And that's my strategy. Like, it's that simple. It makes things very trivial. If you're wondering what, if this is just difficulty related, it's not, because I had my playthrough. In order for me to make this super easy, I've turned my difficulty to easy for this. But even still, I'll switch it to normal. I'll show you. So again, this is on normal mode. If you're wondering if the difficulties change the AP, it doesn't. So normal, same strategy. And yeah, one hits.
I'm certain Chadley will be over the moon.
So yeah, even if this was on normal mode, it's still one hit killing them. That's all I can say. So if anyone's going to wonder if, oh, it's because you've got on easy mode, that's why they're dying one hit. No, it's not. I've got like normal mode and easy mode. The only difference with the difficulty is bosses, really. Like, enemies fight and act the same way on normal mode to how they are in easy mode. It's just the amount of health or the amount or the strategies bosses do that change, really, in my mind. But yeah, that's my strategy. If anyone wants to, if anyone likes this video on how, AP is ground, how you grind AP and stuff, let me know. If you want to see more videos like this, I will, I might do them. But yeah, I just wanted to make this a little quick video because I found this out yesterday. And again, the strategy I looked at, it did everything I have got on Cloud except the HP up with ice. Like, I just added that onto it because Cloud, by the time I was doing it, Cloud was losing a lot of health, and I was like, I'm gonna add an HP absorb and see what happens. By the time I did that, the amount of HP and the amount of MP Cloud is getting back basically meant he was unkillable. Completely unkillable. So if you really want to make this like super easy to the point that you feel like you're Emperor Palpatine or some shit where you've got unlimited power, do this strategy, do this loadout for Cloud. You could do it for Tifa, you could do it for Aerith most likely as well. If you wanted to use Tifa or Aerith, you could same loadout practically. But this makes this intel super easy. It's just an AP farm, but it makes it so trivial to the point that you're gonna be surprised and you're gonna be laughing at how easy this is and how, like, essentially it's free AP because you're not losing health, you're not losing MP. You get the amount you use back and then some, usually, because of the MP absorb and the HP absorb. So it's just trivial. I love this strategy that I just added onto it with the HP absorb, that technique, and it just works. So that's how I do it. That's how I'm grinding my AP at the moment. If you want to know, how you do this or stuff, again, beat the story. If you want to farm for AP for hard mode, I would suggest this strategy over, simulators, over the Muscle Coliseum, over like just loops that you can do in some regions. Like, this is the most efficient that I've seen, and not only is it the most efficient, it's the quickest from what I've seen as well. Like, there's only a couple of a split second load screen, and that's just like retrying the intel to get the enemies back. That's the only thing that time wasting about it. And again, it could be longer if you don't have Swift Cast, which is why I would say it's vital to get Swift Cast for this loop. And again, like that's my strategy on how to max out your materia. Like really, like if anyone wants to see stuff like this or more ways to grind up AP and stuff like that, like let me know. I will look it up and I'll just test it and I'll show it how I would do it differently. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this little video that I've just decided to make on the fly. But yeah, next time I'll do a Final Fantasy video, it would be purely hard mode playthrough from then onwards. I also just wanted to show how I've done things, and again, like every character's level 70 at the moment. If you're wondering how I got everyone to level 70, believe it or not, it's Musclehead Coliseum, the second battle you get in Musclehead Coliseum in the two person party fights. Just replay round 1 and just keep beat round 1, give up, re-challenge, rinse, repeat, because you don't lose AP and you don't lose XP for retrying. It's such a simple way to farm. It's such a simple way to get your XP up as well. And if you're wondering about like party levels, max and stuff like that, how do I do that? Honestly, item transmitter. I maxing out the item transmitter will get you max party pretty much. And also, I've got all the accessories, including the Genji items. If anyone wonders how I got the materials for that, it's actually very simple. So these materials, like the Sinister Quetzal, I always butcher that name. The Slimy Marlboro Tentacle, the Vile Mind Flayer, the Jabberwock one here, and the Tomberry King and the King Zoo. Believe it or not, that is just retrying those encounters, those fights again, those classified intel fights. Just retry them on hard mode, and you just have to beat that enemy and you get the item for it. By doing so, you'll also get manuscripts that make your characters stronger, as well by doing that again. But that's on hard mode. And if you're wondering how my strategy for doing that, it would just be go to chapter selection, chapter 13, put down hard mode, go to one of the regions, fight the classified intel fight in that one, whether it's the Mind Flare, whether it's the Jabberwock, whether it's the Marlboro. Beat that fight. Eventually, beat that fight. Then, instead of going to the next one, reload the chapter again so you get all your health and all your MP back, and fight another. Rinse, repeat till you've done them all on hard mode. Then, item transmuter. And then item transmute the Genji equipment. If you're missing things like the pirate jets, the pirate stuff, like the pirate jets, that you get those by going around the map and just the purple chest in the ocean. That's how you get those. And if you're wondering about like things like Ashwood, Beast Hides, and Moonstone, you can literally buy them from vendors. So the only difficult thing about it is the intel fights on hard mode. But once you've done that, you can craft the Genji gloves, or you can craft the Genji equipment, max out your craftsmanship. Essentially, by doing so, it would also max out your party intel by fighting those enemies again on hard, and it just makes things, make yourself more prepared for hard mode. But more importantly, because the party level is maxed, by the time you go to your filios, and try to, get more abilities and stuff because you're at level 10, part of level 10. Everything's available. So at that point, when you do your hard mode playthrough, it's essentially manuscript cleanup so you can max out everything in Filios. That's all that's left when it comes to hard mode. If you're wondering where I'm at in my platinum run and stuff at the moment, I'm just maxing out my materia, getting ready for my hard mode playthrough. The only things I've got left in my cleanup are the piano minigame, because I've got one track I can't do yet. I can't get an A rank, yet at. I've only got that one minigame. I've only got the training gym minigame to do. After that, the only things left would be the hard mode playthrough and the brutal challenges / legendary challenges from Chadley. Once I've done all 4 of those, that would be my platinum. So yeah. Again, this is just almost like an update video at this point about how, what I'm doing in Final Fantasy at the moment. Why I haven't done a video in about a month. It's purely I've just been absorbed by the game, just playing it, and I just wanted to show mainly how I've been farming AP this quickly. It's ridiculous.
Most expertly done, everyone.
But yeah, you just do that. You just do this. And if you're wondering why does the AP not pop up, or why does it not pop up half the time, I've tried to figure out why, and apparently it might just be because I'm killing them too quickly that it doesn't pop up more often than not. Like, it will pop up that I've killed the enemy, and you would get the AP for that when it pops up. Like, case in point in that run, like, I didn't get the pop-up for it, like I killed the enemies. But as soon as you retry and do it again, it'll pop up at the start of the fight. So, watch. And now they're popping up. So, yeah. Like, that's how I've done it. So yeah. That's just a little advice if you're wondering how you get AP quickly. And, yeah. Like, that's just what I wanted to show. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. I have had blast talking, through it and stuff, and explaining why I haven't done my playthrough in a while, or why I haven't not made a video. Mainly because I've been playing the game, really getting into it, and I just decided because the amount of content that was in the game, and there was a ton. Like, it's probably better off if I just do the hard mode playthrough and focus on story beats at that point. And in my hard mode playthrough, I will explain like things that you can do on your normal playthrough, or things you could do differently. I just wanted to explain myself for that. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. I had fun making it here. And yeah, next time I'll make a video on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Ideally, it would be when I'm starting Chapter 1 again on hard mode. And in case anyone was wondering, the Zack stuff in the game I will keep in my hard mode playthrough, because I want to show the full story on hard mode, which means the Zack stuff will not be skipped. So yeah, hopefully that's just me clarifying a few things, what I'm planning with this game. And yeah, like I said, hopefully you enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys next time.